Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y&R Homies channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Will Billy and Aristotle Dumas work together to defeat Victor? You're probably excited to learn more about the enigmatic Aristotle Dumas on The Young and the Restless, just like us. Fans now only know that he is the covert owner of the businesses that Damien, Jermaine Rivers, the older brother of Nate, Sean Dominic, serves as CEO of. Thanks to Victor, Eric Braden, viewers are also aware that Aristotle is a dominant figure in the corporate world who always succeeds, which either demonstrates his financial savvy or his aptitude for dealing with dubious situations. In the March 24th episode of The Young and the Restless, Victor tells Michael, Christian LeBlanc, more about Aristotle. The patriarch of the Newman family tells his lawyer and confidant that he and Dumas used to compete for the same firms. In some cases, Victor prevailed, while in others, Aristotle was the victim. But Dumas would vanish during their dispute over purchases. Even if Victor set out the bait, he wouldn't fall for it. Victor is obviously skeptical of Aristotle, especially because he works for Aristotle and Lily. Crystal Khalil ordered him to investigate Damien. Victor is acting as though Damien is in town as an Aristotelian agent since the moustache is unaware that Lily inquired about him in an attempt to keep Nate safe. Victor surmises at the end of the episode that Aristotle is trying to buy a business in Genoa City. Across town, Billy, Jason Thompson, and Sally, Courtney Hope, talk about the experience with Phyllis, Michelle Stafford, as Victor and Michael converse. He makes an effort to convince his girlfriend that although he helped save Phyllis and cares about her, they are only friends and work associates. Despite her misgivings, Sally often believes Billy when he says he will do something. However, an intriguing event occurs when he breaks off the conversation to receive their dinner delivery. Billy's phone is always ringing. Sally records all of his phone alerts when he returns, and the name Aristotle Dumas appears on the phone when she hands it to him. The narrative gets more complicated. Billy was devastated when Victor bought Chancellor from Jill, Jess Walton, and the new CEO of Abbott Communications promised to exact revenge on Victor. Billy has stated in the months after that he is concentrating on his new business and letting go of the anger that Victor caused him to feel, but was he telling the truth? Might Billy have done his homework and asked Aristotle for advice on how to win? After all, Victor acknowledged that he had occasionally lost competitions with Aristotle. Billy could have believed that Aristotle had the secret weapon to defeat his adversary. Billy could get a little sense of satisfaction from making Victor wriggle if this turns out to be the truth, but we suspect Victor will end up laughing the hardest. Additionally, we believe that Genoa City will be rocked when Aristotle finally makes an appearance, which we believe is related to Billy Flynn's appearance on the soap opera's canvas. As the well-liked soap show has yet another disruption, fans of The Young and the Restless are furious with CBS. Loyal viewers are outraged and using social media to vent their frustration at their favorite shows being consistently ignored in favor of other news. Here are all the specifics, including when the program will return and the reasons for the ire of The Young and the Restless fans. Fans of The Young and the Restless are upset with CBS for the following reasons. Because CBS decided to broadcast live coverage of March Madness events, viewers of The Young and the Restless are upset with the network. Fans who depend on Genoa City for their daily fix of drama are not happy about this temporary scheduling shift, which occurs every year. In addition to The Young and the Restless, other popular daytime shows including Beyond the Gates and The Bold and the Beautiful are also impacted by the disruption. Fans of The Young and the Restless have been complaining on social media in droves. Most people wonder why CBS doesn't broadcast sporting events on channels specifically for sports rather than interfering with normal programming. When are you coming back on air? A fan said on Instagram. March Madness is too much to handle. Another person agreed, stating, it's irritating when B-ball interrupts the soap operas. There are plenty of channels to spread it around, haha. Why does CBS not broadcast the show on their other channels? Said a third enthusiast. Even though CBS gives early notice of these preemptions, viewers still find the inconvenience to be inconvenient. Because of the network's preference for March Madness over daytime dramas, viewers will have to wait for the tournament to conclude before fresh episodes air. There won't be any new episodes available during the break on streaming services like CBS.com and Paramount+. When Lily and Devon entered and saw Audra laughing with Holden while drinking, Lily was not amused. She appeared more anxious about Nate's overall predicament as a result of the entire incident. As Lily joined her brother at a table, she expressed her concerns to Devon over Nate, stating that their cousin's life was being affected by this new scenario from all directions. Of course, Lily was talking about how Amy called Nate, informed him that he had a half-brother, urged him to spearhead a search for him, and worked as a mediator between the kid and his divorced mother. Since discovering Damien, Nate has simply solidified his position, which is good if everything is going well, but if Lily's suspicions turn out to be true, he may be in serious danger. As everyone knows, when Damien was younger, he cut Amy loose and ran away from home, which led to an inexplicable turn of events. And the strangeness of having Holden pretend to be him did little to allay concerns about him or his background. After Lily urged Victor to look into him, it was discovered that he did not own the businesses he manages. Rather, it is owned by a reclusive guy named Aristotle Dumas. This enigmatic character also has ties to the moustache, as we recently discovered via a teaser. Newman's assertion that he has never seen Dumas, who doesn't even have a photo on social media, is even more perplexing. Lily's suspicion that something shifty may be happening is understandable. She even told Devon that she thinks it may be an ambush because of how deeply Holden, Amy, and Damien are influencing Nate's life. Nate has undoubtedly grown quite involved in this scenario, which makes sense if these are individuals he will truly grow to love. But because Lily's suspicion seemed like foreshadowing, it made us uneasy. One fan made a terrifying prediction regarding Nate's trip to Chicago and his girlfriend after the Society scenes aired. Is Nate the objective of Amy, Damien, and Holden? Was Amy's separation with Damien and her fatal sickness a front? We assume that anything is conceivable. After all, the revelation that Tracy Abbott's charming fiancé was the one who kidnapped Phyllis and Summer and used them as test subjects caught us off guard. It is impossible to completely rule out the possibility that Amy and Damien are deceiving Nate with Holden's assistance. However, we must inquire, for what purpose? The motivation isn't clear. They could be using Nate to attack Winters Incorporated, but because it's not his business, it doesn't make much sense. Since Nate and Victor are no longer connected, it would also be illogical for it to be a plot devised by Dumas to get revenge on the Black Knight for a previous feud. Although Lily's statements seemed to portend disaster for Nate, it's possible that her mistrust of Damien is just a ploy to prevent their eventual relationship. When he invited her to dinner, it appeared like that was the direction things were going, and as we all know, young and restless writers will set up obstacles for them to get past. Is Nate in danger, in your opinion? Cast your ballot. As the famous soap show has yet another disruption, viewers of The Young and the Restless are furious with CBS. Loyal viewers are outraged and using social media to vent their frustration at their favorite shows being consistently ignored in favor of other news. Find out why fans of The Young and the Restless are upset, when the program will return, and more right here. Why fans of The Young and the Restless are angry with CBS. Because CBS decided to broadcast live coverage of March Madness events, viewers of The Young and the Restless are upset with the network. Fans who depend on Genoa City for their daily fix of drama are not happy about this temporary scheduling shift, which occurs every year. Daytime favorites including Beyond the Gates and The Bold and the Beautiful, as well as The Young and the Restless, are impacted by the disruption. Fans of The Young and the Restless have been complaining on social media in droves. Most people wonder why CBS doesn't broadcast sporting events on channels specifically for sports rather than interfering with normal programming. When are you coming back on air? A fan said on Instagram. March Madness is too much to handle. Another person agreed, stating, it's irritating when B-ball interrupts the soap operas. There are plenty of channels to spread it around, haha. Why does CBS not broadcast the show on their other channels? Said a third enthusiast.